A little over a month ago, I posted a video where I talked about the Kraken Royale special in Splatoon 3. In this video, I expressed how it quickly became one of my least favorite specials in the game, as I explained my many issues with it, as well as ways that I thought the special could be fixed. If you haven't seen that yet, I'd recommend checking it out before watching this video, as things will make a lot more sense. Plus, I addressed some extra points there that I won't cover in this video. Anyway, while a lot of viewers expressed agreement with the points I brought up, there were also a good amount of people who disagreed with the things I said, and brought up some decent counterpoints to my arguments. So that's kind of what I wanted to address in this video. You can sort of think of it as a follow-up. Also though, I wanted to get into the current state of Kraken in the Splatoon 3 meta, because since I came out with that video, top level's view of Kraken seems to have dramatically shifted. It's going to be an interesting video for sure. As always, if you enjoy it, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. Also, a quick reminder that I have a second channel now where I post gameplay, stream highlights, and more. Please go check that out if you haven't already. The link is in the description. Okay, so first, I want to go over some of the things that I said in the previous video and clarify a couple of things. A large point that I brought up last time was the issue of Kraken being super laggy. I basically said that while the special is already super annoying to fight on its own, the extremely laggy hitbox makes it much harder to deal with, as it makes dodging or juking the special very unpredictable. Naturally, a lot of people didn't really agree with this take, because I worded it in a way that made it seem like I was saying that Kraken was the only laggy thing in Splatoon 3. People interpreted it as me calling out Kraken for being laggy specifically, when in reality, it's more of a netcode issue than a Kraken issue. Now, obviously, as we all know, lag does affect everything in this game. It affects almost every weapon, every special, and every player, no matter how good your connection is. Nothing is immune. But I did want to clarify, when I said this, I knew that. I wasn't trying to say that Kraken is the only laggy special in the game, but rather, it's the special that benefits the most from lag. It's just because of the way the special functions. Having a huge hitbox with a charge attack that can one-shot people, and even the jump attack, in conjunction with unpredictable lag, makes it a pain to deal with, more than any other special. Like, I'm actually asking, what other special benefits from the bad netcode more than Kraken does? Please tell me. The only one I can maybe make a case for is Ultra Stamp, but again, Ultra Stamp is more balanced because you can actually shoot it. It's not invincible like Kraken is. And also, Ultra Stamp just moves slower, and it's also much more predictable with its movements. But yeah, going a little off topic there, but my overall point is that I'm totally aware that the bad netcode affects everything in this game. But of all the specials in the game, Kraken benefits the most by far. And just to put this into perspective, let's take a look at Reef Slider. This is also a candidate for being a special that's affected by lag the most, but in the opposite way. Reef Slider suffers so much due to the bad netcode, as you often die after your iframe should have kicked in, and there's also plenty of instances where enemies tank a direct blast from your explosion because they're actually not as close as they appeared to be on your screen. Now, whenever these issues from Reef Slider are discussed in the community, I hardly ever see anyone say that it's a netcode issue, but rather people just say that it's a Reef Slider sucks issue. That's the same logic that I'm using when I'm talking about Kraken Royale, just in the opposite way. I hope this point makes a little more sense now. Another point that people were continuously bringing up in my last video was that Kraken isn't a super strong special because it locks you out of using your main weapon for a decent amount of time. And that is absolutely true. That is a weakness of the special. However, what I will say is that the really good players who use Kraken weapons know how to time their use of the special correctly so that they're not really missing out on anything important by not being able to use their main weapons. If you don't believe me, go watch some top players. Go watch Nolan on 96 Gal or Chara on CRB. Go watch some top level Japanese players. A 96 Gal Deco just got second place in the most recent Area Cup, which is Splat Zones only, by the way, arguably Kraken's weakest ranked mode. These players don't just pop the Kraken willy-nilly when they see an enemy nearby. They save it and use it strategically when they can get the most value out of it. So yes, while it is true that Kraken locking you out of your main weapon is a fairly decent weakness, really smart players are able to work around that weakness and optimize it, maximizing their value out of the Kraken without having their team suffer at all. Oh yeah, and this also goes for the argument of startup and end lag. Many people said that the extremely long startup and end lag justified the rest of the special. But once again, if you just play smart and not try to activate it as a panic button in the enemy's face, or let the Kraken expire where you're surrounded by 3 people, it's really not much of an issue. If you think it's more of a problem than I'm making it out to be, I'll say it one more time. Go watch some top players. They've optimized the special and barely ever die in the startup or end lag. The last counterpoint that I saw a decent amount of on my last video was that Kraken wasn't that bad in Splatoon 1. I'm not sure why you're complaining about it now. This take really confused me because I think the answer is pretty obvious. They're hardly the same special. Its core principles are the same, but the way it functions in Splatoon 3 compared to Splatoon 1 is much different. The Kraken hitbox was a lot smaller in Splatoon 1, and of course, in that game, you could shoot the Kraken to hold it back. While that is technically still in Splatoon 3, it's pretty irrelevant since the charge attack essentially just overrides it. Also, let's not forget that in Splatoon 1, Kraken had a direct counter, which was Bubbler. Nothing like that really exists in Splatoon 3, which is yet another reason why Kraken didn't feel as horrible in the first game. So those are the main points that I wanted to clarify from the previous video. I will say that I didn't do a great job of fully explaining and elaborating on some of my points before, and I do apologize for that. I hope that this video cleared some things up. If you still disagree with some of the things that I said, that's totally fine. Remember that this is all just my own opinion. But now I wanted to get into the community's opinion on Kraken Royale, because since I put out that last Kraken video, a certain weapon was added into the game that seems to have changed a lot of people's minds about Kraken. This of course is the custom range blaster. The amount of hatred that I've seen online for this weapon is insanity. This might be a candidate for one of the most hated weapons in Splatoon's history. But it's not just the main weapon that people are complaining about, because having a new viable Kraken Royale weapon added into the game seems to have really opened up people's eyes. And I'm not just talking about low-level comp players and casuals. I've seen literal top players engaging in discussion about how dumb Kraken is now. That's not to say that it was never discussed before CRB's inclusion, but now I see people talking about it all the time. To be clear, as I stated in my previous video, no one here is trying to make the claim that Kraken Royale is a top tier special. It's not. But that doesn't change the fact that the special is terribly designed. And also, it's definitely not a bad special like some people make it out to be. It's pretty strong. It's just not top tier. So once again, we arrive at the point where we ask ourselves, will Nintendo adjust Kraken Royale in a future patch? Honestly, I doubt it, for the exact reason I just said. It's not top tier. The only thing I can really see them doing is making custom range blaster 210 points for special instead of 200. But just because I don't think they're going to change it, doesn't mean that I agree with it. I know I got a lot of hate for saying this last time, but I'm sticking by it. They need to bring back the knockback from the Splatoon 1 version, or introduce some new mechanic to slightly hold back the charge attack or something. And I know some people are going to say that's a terrible idea because it will just completely kill the special, but I have to disagree. Yeah, it would be worse, but if they tweak it in a way where you can only slightly push back the Kraken, I can still see the special getting a lot of use. And who knows, maybe they could buff the special in other ways to compensate. Make it paint more, or buff its swim speed again, I don't know. The bottom line is though, I think the special needs some tweaks, because right now, its playstyle is simply not healthy for the game. Alright, well that's about everything I wanted to say. Again, this was just a little follow-up to my previous video on Kraken Royale. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and also comment what you think about all of this. Do you dislike Kraken more now that custom range blaster is so prevalent? Or do you still not think it's a huge deal? Let me know everything down below. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.